you're going to start scheduling with productivity. And this is really where you got to get involved with your managers and with your supervisors, the people that do the schedules, and teach them this system. Teach them how to calculate their productivity. Show them what you're doing. And this is what you're going to create. And this is a standard schedule that probably most of you already have. Here we have the room attendants. Here we have the housekeeping staff. It's not a very big hotel, 75 rooms. And I have my occupancy across the top every single day. I have a subtotal for the hours that are worked. I have the shifts that I've scheduled people. I have the total number of hours scheduled for the week. The same for the housekeeping department. But the thing I've added here is I've added the productivity measure every single day so that I know what the productivity is. And the housekeeper, the housekeeping supervisor, is going to bring this schedule to me, and they're going to ask me if it's okay, if it's going to be approved this week or not. And I'm going to go back to them and say, well, hold on. When we look at the historical productivity, I see that last March, we were actually able to operate room attendants at 0.59 and housekeeping at 0.33. And what you're suggesting is 0.63 and 0.39. It's not quite good enough. What I want you to do is go back and take a look at where you can improve the productivity. Where do we have too many hours? So what she comes back with and what happens after the full 7 days is we now have a schedule where she's actually dropped one whole shift and she's modified 5 other shifts to equal 0.566 and 0.346. So again, she's now pretty close to what the productivity was for housekeeping, and she actually beat the room attendant productivity. And guess what? That amounted to us saving 27 hours this week. And you think, well, so what? Well, that is, as an example, if we took 27 hours of savings and we saved it every week this year, that equals $35,000 in savings. And that's just from the housekeeping department. And guess what? We're not asking them to do anything they haven't done before. Because we proved that they achieved that productivity last March. So why can't they do it again this year? Now, maybe there's some legitimate reasons. Maybe last March we had an early spring and nobody dirtied the hallways or the rooms, or there was different customers. Sure, all that stuff is true. But again, if you don't have a system to track what's going on and a place to point people to, any result will look like it's sufficient. And it's not, as we've just proven. So what you need to do is you need to teach your people to do this, and you need to focus on every single schedule and focus on getting your teams to find the hours to equal the productivity.